Snake, that door can't be opened by normal means. Apparently, it operates by responding to a specific radio frequency. If you want to know the key frequency, why don't you try asking someone nearby?
Good. You've infiltrated the East Wing. Rykov should be somewhere in that building. Take him down and steal his clothes.
Looks like you're in a building. If people are living there, there's bound to be people food.
People food?
Soviet military rations. It beats eating raw snakes and mushrooms all the time, doesn't it?
I'm getting to like raw snake and mushroom.
You really are turning into an animal.
Sigint, this door is...
I heard. The door seems to be set up to open in response to a radio signal on a specific frequency. Hey, you've got a device that transmits radio signals on different frequencies. Maybe you could use that to open it. But the key frequency is probably going to be different for each door. If you need to know which one, why don't you try capturing a scientist or a grunt around there and asking them? The door seems to be...
Freeze. Answer me.
The door will open with frequency 1.
Speak. Let me speak.
The door will open. Hey!
Freeze. Speak.
Radio 149.
Speak. Let me speak.
Radio.
Freeze!
Somebody!
Help me!
Where'd you come from?
Answer me.
Water! The Colonel is weak against water.
Speak.
The Colonel, he has trouble with bright mushrooms.
Speak. Speak.
April 30th.
Speak.
We'll tell them everything.
Answer me.
Today is the day I met you.
Speak.
No, never heard the name before.
Speak. Speak.
Water!
Speak.
The Colonel, he has trouble with...
Freeze.
Help me!
Speak. Speak. Speak.
Even in our country, we can research as we please.
Speak. Speak.
Even in our country.
Answer me. Let me go. Speak.
The door will open.
Answer me.
The door will open with frequency 143.
somewhere. Find him. Who's that?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
I see you've got Rykov's clothes from him. Disguise yourself as Rykov and infiltrate the West Wing, where Sokolov is being held. Select Officer from Uniform on the camouflage screen to change into Rykov's uniform. However, that won't be enough to pass as Rykov. To really become Rykov, you'll need to make your face look like his as well as your clothes. As for how you do that, well, I'll let you think about it.
Sigint,
Yo,
Eva said she set up a ground effect.
Snake, what are you doing? You got Rykov's clothes, didn't you? Hurry up and change into them. If you fail your mission, you'll be taking me down with you. Get it together.
Eva, I disguised myself as Rykov. What's wrong?
Something's not quite right.
Not right. What? What is it?
I got it. Your face is all wrong.
Let's say what now?
I mean, your face isn't his.
Well, I would hope not.
Well, you need to do something about that.
Do what?
Well, you're a smart guy. You figure it out.
Major, I disguised myself as Rykov. What? No good?
No. Snake, you can't pass yourself off as Rykov simply by wearing his clothes. You need to make your face look like his as well. There must be a way to make your face look like Rykov's. Think, Snake.
okay, you're wearing Rykov's uniform. But there's still something missing. I don't think the disguise is going to work unless you make yourself look more like him.
When you get...
Ah, your Rykov disguise has turned out nicely.
Yeah, not even his own mother could tell the difference.
Indeed. You're starting to irritate me already.
Why? This look should make me more popular.
I wouldn't bet on it, but whatever. Now that you're indistinguishable from the real Rykov, you'll be able to get into the West Wing, to which only Volgin and Rykov have access. Head for the West Wing of the Weapons Lab. That's where Sokolov is being held. Enter the main wing from the second floor of the East Wing. Pass west through the main wing, and you'll come to a connecting passageway. The West Wing is at the other end of that passageway. Infiltrate the West Wing and rescue Sokolov.
Okay, you're disguised as Rykov. You ought to be able to pass for the real deal in that outfit. You can go anywhere you want and nobody's going to ask questions. But don't forget that you can't equip most of your weapons when you're in disguise.
Okay, your Rykov disguise is complete. Now they won't stop you no matter what you do.
Even if I punch someone in the face?
Right.
Really?
Really.
Why?
Rykov's just that kind of guy. Once you're disguised as Rykov, you can get into the West Wing where Sokolov is being held. To get to the entrance to the West Wing, pass west through the main wing of the weapons lab and go through the connecting passageway. You can get into the main wing of the weapons lab from the southwest side of the second floor. Head for the main wing.
Snake Eye. Huh? Hello there?
Paramedic, it's me.
Snake? Oh, it's you. For a minute there, I thought you were someone else.
Why are you so nervous? You've seen this mask before, right?
Yeah, but it looks so cool.
Huh?
Cool. You know, kind of like a Venusian.
A Venusian?
I mean, not the crab kind, the other kind.
Paramedic, do you really think a guy you've never seen before would suddenly call you on this frequency?
I know it sounds ridiculous, but still. What if it was a being from another planet? You can't rule out that possibility.
When you're using the assault rifle...
Sir!
I'm so hungry.
Snake, that door leads to the hangar. It's where they're making adjustments to the Shagohod. But you can't open it unless you have the key. I'll get the key for you soon enough, but in the meantime, you should rescue Sokolov first. Head for the West Wing.
While you're disguised as Rykov, you can press the action button to perform a salute. If you want, why don't you try saluting some of the soldiers and scientists?
Sir!
Here it is.
You can count on me. What about the Philosopher's Legacy?
I don't know anything about that. What are you? Are you trying to kill me?
What's the matter?
I know nothing, I swear it. No one but the Colonel knows of the legacy.
I see.
No, don't! Oh. Who's there? You're the man from the CIA. What are you doing here?
I told you before, didn't I? I'm going to get you out of here.
A man of honor, just like your commander. But I'm afraid you're too late.
Too late? Don't tell me. The Shagohods.
Exactly. The final preparations for Phase 2 are complete.
Sokolov, what exactly is Phase 2?
To put it in technical terms, it's a composite range extension system for medium-range ballistic missiles. The Shagohod was originally designed as a tank that could launch nuclear missiles from any type of terrain. There was just one problem we couldn't figure out how to solve. The ICBMs we have today are simply too big for the Shagohod to carry. But the military would not hear of it. They demanded a weapon that could launch a nuclear missile directly into the American homeland. That is when I came up with the idea for Phase 2.
But there's no way you could load an ICBM onto the Shagohod. So how'd you do it?
By accelerating the Shagohod itself.
Accelerating it?
In Phase 2, a rocket booster unit is attached to the frame of the Shagohod. The unit incorporates the same technology used in the Vostok rocket that sent Major Gagarin into space. Using this booster, the Shagohod can achieve a land speed of over 300 miles per hour.
That monster can go more than 300 miles per hour?
Yes. And from this state of accelerated motion, it launches a nuclear missile.
So, the Shagohod acts like the first stage of a rocket.
Yes, precisely. The range of the missile launched by the Shagohod thus increases from 2,500 miles to 6,000 miles.
6,000 miles? That's enough to strike anywhere in the United States.
Not only that, with the Shagohod, there's no need to construct giant silos like the ones used to house ICBMs. All you need is a runway about 3 miles in length, or its equivalent. And you can launch a thermonuclear strike against any location in the United States from anywhere in the Soviet Union. It cannot be detected by spy planes or satellites. It's a mobile fortress, capable of deploying in secret and launching its payload at any time.
A weapon from hell.
A completed prototype now sits in the hangar. At present, it is the only one of its kind. But Volgin is planning to mass-produce them based on that prototype.
And deploy them all over the Soviet Union.
Yes, and that's not the end of it. He's going to ship them to Eastern Europe, to Asia, to all the countries of the Eastern Bloc. Even worse, he intends to use the Shagohod as bait to foment armed uprisings among dictators, ethnic insurgents, and revolutionary groups throughout the Third World. His funds are nearly limitless. He could start mass production tomorrow if he wanted. The reason that tensions between East and West have settled into a Cold War is because each side fears the other's power. Deterrence. The idea of using threats to keep one's enemy in check is the perfect word to sum up this state of affairs. But the Shagohod goes far beyond the level of threat. It will render the concept of deterrence utterly meaningless. If such a weapon is unleashed on the world, it will not be long before all nations are engulfed in conflict. The Cold War will end, and the entire planet will be consumed by the fires of war. Volgin and the Shagohod will be at the center of it all. So you see, it's already too late.
No, it's not too late.
What do you mean?
We've still got a chance. All we have to do is destroy the prototype and the whole facility before they can mass produce it.
But
just tell me what I need to do to destroy this place.
All right. The liquid fuel used in the rocket engine is stored in a tank. If you can blow it up somehow... Some C3 ought to be enough to blow the entire hangar to smithereens.
C3? You mean that cutting-edge plastic explosive?
It could be molded into any shape. The bomb of the future.
Where can I get it?
There was some in the armory here, but it's gone now. It was stolen by a female spy who was here a minute ago.
Eva?
No, that's not her name. Her name is Tatiana. She made her way in here by becoming Volgin's lover.
I thought she was your lover.
Mine? Oh no, she is Volgin's lover. This is my lover.
Who are they?
My wife and daughter. They're in America.
Now I remember. Your family is in the custody of the CIA. How long has Tatiana been here?
Only a few weeks.
A few days before the Virtuous mission, then.
She said that Khrushchev sent her.
What did you just give her?
All of the experimental data for the Shagohod. Please, it is essential that you destroy the Shagohod.
I will, but first I've got to get you to safety.
No. I'm not going.
My mission is to rescue you.
Leave me.
Sokolov!
Khrushchev has abandoned me. I cannot return to my country. I would most certainly be sent to the gulags.
What about the US?
Yes, I once thought of that. My family's waiting for me there. But even if I fled to the United States, I would once again find myself creating weapons of mass murder. In the end, doesn't matter where I go. I am still a weapons scientist. To be honest with you, I'm tired. Every day, I help create things that should never be used. Things that should never have existed in the first place. Every day, without sleep. Without a word of praise from others. And my creations do not even benefit mankind. They are merely the tools of politicians. All I wanted to do was build space rockets. But it was not to be. The space race between America and Russia became the prey of politicians. The space race and the arms race are one and the same. Missiles, rockets, what's the difference? Scientists are always being used. Please, watch over my family.
Major, what are you doing here? I've been waiting for you in my room. Who are you? Don't play dumb with me. If you think you can fool me, you're sorely mistaken. I know the Major better than anyone else. I come here looking for Tatiana, and what should I find? But a greasy freebooter.
This fairy disguise. It's gonna rub off on you. And then you'll lose sight of who you really are. Stay out of this.
I see why they call you the boss. What was that? Some kind of judo?
No, it's called CQC, a basic form of close-quarters combat. He and I developed it together.
Splendid. I'll take it from here.
Are you going to kill him?
Of course. But first, I will make him pay for hurting Ivan. Tell me!
Stop it!
Who have you been talking to?
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
You'd better start talking.
Please, stop this!
Who is Khrushchev's lapdog?
How can you do this to him?
I know you gave the data to someone.
Never do
You!
that. You monster.
I guess he's dead. Now then, I hope you'll prove more entertaining than he was. But first, let's take a look at your body, shall we? You've certainly seen your share of battles. Consider yourself lucky. I am about to show you what hell is really like. Well then, let's get started. What is your target? Is it the Shagohod? Or Sokolov? Or maybe it's the Legacy? Answer me! Who is helping you? Who let you in here? You're a tough one, but even you must have your limits. And I am a patient man. Here's where the fun really begins. My body carries an electric charge of 10 million volts. Let's see how you like this. Now answer me. How much does the CIA know? They're after my legacy, aren't they? Your real target is the Philosopher's Legacy, isn't it? Yes. Let yourself go. That's what I want to see.
It's no use. He's not going to talk. He's been trained not to break. Trained by me.
Admit it! We're after the location of the Legacy! The secret fund established by the three great powers during the 2 world wars. That's what you're looking for, isn't it? $100 billion, divided up and hidden all over the world. And you're looking for a record of where all that money is hidden, right? No matter. Philosopher's Legacy is safely in my possession, in the underground vault of Groznygrad. You'll never live. What's this? A transmitter? Who's responsible for this?
I am. I planted it on him to keep track of his movements.
Why?
So the Cobras could ambush him.
If they knew where he was gonna be, they wouldn't have gotten themselves slaughtered. It pains me to do this, boss, but under the circumstances, I'm afraid I must ask you to show me some proof that you and he were not in collusion.
You don't trust me, is that it?
Not that, but he is your apprentice.
What do you want me to do?
Let's see. Cut out his eyes. I don't like those blue eyes of his. There's nothing more important to a soldier than his eyes. You made him a soldier, and now you will unmake him. Yes, it'll make for a touching display. He's all yours. Do it! Ruin him, just as he did the Cobras. What is it, Tanya?
He's suffered enough.
Well, well. Why are you protecting him? That smell. Tatiana! You're the spy!
What are you talking about?
I know that smell.
Stop it!
Taking a fancy to her, eh, Ocelot?
No. I have no interest in this woman. I want to test her. I'll let this be the judge.
Do as you like.
Here we go.
There, satisfied now?
Well, that was refreshing. Come, we're going to my room.
So you survived the Colonel's torture, eh? Watching this has made me realize something. It's really not that bad. It's the ultimate form of expression. You got lucky this time, Tatiana.
Run!
I've prepared an escape route for us. Go out and head west. Pass underneath the connecting passageway and go north. You'll find an open manhole there.
You're...
Quiet! Go through the manhole down into the sewers. The door at the north end of the sewers is unlocked. You can use it to get outside the fortress. I've got your equipment. We'll meet up later.
Eva.
But I can't get too close to your cell. You'll have to figure a way out of there yourself. I'll be in touch. Snake, I wanted to ask you something.
What?
In the torture room, why did you protect me when Ocelot was about to fire?
Because I knew that the chamber wasn't empty, and you'd be dead if he pulled the trigger.
But your eye...
I was tied up, and it happened so fast. It was the best I could do. I feel a little strange, but it won't interfere with the mission.
What about me?
Huh?
Did you only save me because I was important for completing your mission?
What other reason would there be?
And when the mission is over?
Right now, it's just the mission.
The mission you used to love?
That's not what I mean.
I'm trying to dig up as much as I can on that cell. Just sit tight.
Snake, what do you have in your hand?
A fork. Why?
A fork? What'd you do with your knife? It ain't dinner time yet.
Sigint, you have to think bigger than that. A fork's good for more than just eating dinner.
Oh yeah? Like what?
It's a weapon.
A weapon?
Yeah, I can use it with the weapon button the same way I use the survival knife. Of course, it's not going to be much use for CQC. This mission is all about procuring on site. I have to use whatever limited equipment I can find, any way I can to achieve my objective. So I have to make the most out of every item by adapting them to different situations. Take this fork, for instance. At first glance, it looks useless, but it can be an effective weapon if used the right way. You have to learn to think flexibly and see all the different possibilities.
Think flexibly, huh? Thanks for the advice, man.
No problem. And the best part is, if I use this to spear a snack, I can eat it right there without having to put it in my backpack first.
I knew it. You are using it to eat. Snake, the door of the cell is set up to open when it receives a radio signal on a certain frequency. If you only knew the frequency, you could use your radio to open the door.
Snake?
Major.
You're all right.
I wouldn't say all right, but at least I'm alive.
That's good enough.
But they took all my weapons and equipment from me.
Well, you've still got your radio and medical items with you.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
Perhaps Volgin's not finished with you just yet.
Yeah, well, I'm not finished with him yet either.
Snake, you've got to escape from that cell somehow. There must be a way. Use your head.
Snake, your right eye... The cornea and the lens are severely damaged, and the eyeball is ruptured. So
I can't heal it, even in the survival viewer.
I'm afraid not. I'm sorry, Snake. I wish there was something I could do.
Don't worry about it. I can still fight.
I don't doubt you. But don't do anything crazy, okay? From here on, it's going to be difficult to see out of your right eye. Attacking in first-person view will feel a little different from before. Be careful.
The door of the cell seems to open in response to a specific radio frequency. Perhaps you've seen or heard it somewhere already. Come on, I know you've seen it. I remember it.
What was it then? You can't remember either, can you?
No, I remember it. It just slipped my mind temporarily.
Ready to save, Snake? Snake? Snake?
My mouth hurts when I talk.
Did you get cut up?
Feels like someone shoved me under a lawnmower. Do me a favor. Tell me a story to take my mind off the pain.
Snake, have you ever heard of Renfield?
Is that a movie?
It's the name of a character. He's locked up in a cell waiting for the master to return, eating the spiders that crawl along the walls.
Change the channel.
He waits and waits for ages. Finally, just as he's beginning to forget whether he's human or not, the master comes for him, saying the time has come. Renfield is overjoyed.
Wait, isn't this...
The master spreads his huge wings and a gust of wind fills the cell.
Come on, I don't want to hear this.
And there, standing before Renfield in human form was...
Dracula!
Exactly! If you stay there too long, your old buddy Dracula's going to come and get you too. So you better start thinking of a way out of there. You better not leave me without someone to talk to. Please, Snake, think. There's got to be a way out of there.
I'll try.
Okay. Just let me know if you start having nightmares about Dracula.
Huh? What? You don't want this? Snake. Time to eat. Huh? What? You don't want this?
Chow time! Huh? Hey, thanks! Hey, eat up! Huh? Well, it's your loss. Hey, you're not such a bad guy after all. I guess not all Americans are dogs.
You mean it?
Yeah. You know, before the war started, I used to live in America. I even had a wife and a kid.
You must be pretty lonely.
Yeah, I am pretty lonely. Really lonely.
What's your kid's name?
Johnny.
Johnny. Nice ring to it.
Really? You like it? Well, if you say so, I'll believe you. Actually, my name is Johnny too. All the firstborn sons in my family are called Johnny. My dad's a Johnny, and my son's son will probably be a Johnny too.
The whole clan of Johnnies.
Why do we have a Cold War anyway? Our two countries used to be such good friends.
Yeah, I hear you.
I just want to see my family again.
Must be rough.
Yeah. Not as rough as you have it, though. Here. I filched them from your equipment when the Colonel wasn't looking. It's the least I can do. Well?
Don't suppose you could let me out of here?
Huh? I can't do that. Hey, don't you go getting any funny ideas. If you try to escape, I'll have to shoot you. I've said too much. I gotta go.
Did you manage to escape?
Yeah, I'm out.
Be careful. In your present state, you're practically naked. You don't have a single decent weapon, and you'll never survive in a battle. Take some time and pull yourself together. Eva says she's recovered your equipment, so rendezvous with her as soon as possible to get your gear back. Use the escape route Eva set up for you. Go down into the sewers through the manhole in the northwest section of Groznygrad. Start out by exiting the holding cells and heading northwest.
Bastard!
Snake, you're already in the sewers?
Eva. Yeah, I just got down here. I'm coming to meet you now. The door at the north end is open, right?
Snake?
Let me guess. There's a problem.
Yeah.
What is it this time?
The Colonel found out you escaped.
He did, huh? I figured as much.
Yeah, and now all of Groznygrad is on red alert.
Just my luck. But once I'm out of the fortress...
You can't get out.
I can't?
When the fortress went on red alert, they sealed off the sewers.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm serious. And that means the escape route I laid out is
sealed off, too.
Right. And they just sent a unit out looking for you.
Down here?
Uh-huh. They'll be there any minute now. You've got to get out quick.
But isn't the exit sealed off?
You should be able to get out by heading straight north. Book it, Snake. If they find you, you're dead.
Major, Eva's escape route is...
I heard. For now, you've got no choice but to do as Eva says and head north. Enemy search parties are already headed your way. Don't just stand there, run!
Snake, forgive me. The escape route I set up has been cut off. They've already sent units out to hunt you down, and they've got attack dogs with them. There's a way out of the sewers to the north. Head north as fast as you can.
Squares is a mountain cap. Pattern close.
The enemy has sent out attack dogs after you. You won't stand a chance against them in your present state. Just keep running north. You might be able to distract the attack dogs by throwing food at them. Give it a shot.
You say you're using a single-action army. The single-action army was first manufactured in 1873. It's been in production ever since then, except for a short hiatus. People started calling it the single-action army after the army adopted it as their official sidearm in 1875. It's also sometimes called the Peacemaker, owing to the fact that a lot of sheriffs used it to keep law and order in the Old West. There are a lot of different models. The one you've got is probably the Black Powder model. The single-action army uses 45 long Colt rounds. It's powerful enough to fire a 255-grain bullet at an initial velocity of 800 feet per second. The muzzle energy is almost 10% higher than the 45 ACP bullets the M1911A1 uses. You want stopping power? You got it. The only thing is, it takes a while to reload. This is a gun with history. You can do all sorts of tricks with it. Why don't you practice with it for a while? Go into first-person view and use the right stick.
I've been waiting for this. Nobody interfere. This is where it ends. Snake! Don't die on me yet.
Are you one of the Cobras?
Sad. So sad. A host of sorrows. And you are one of them. I am the Sorrow. Like you, I too am filled with sadness. This world is one of sadness. But who brings death? Death brings sorrow. The living may not hear them. Their voices may fall upon deaf ears. But make no mistake. The dead are not silent. Now you will know the sorrow of those whose lives you have ended.
Quit fooling around, Snake. Snake? Snake! Snake, don't quit on me now. Snake! 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 Come on, say something. Snake! Snake!
Snake! What's your status? Snake! Snake!
Boss, you have to shoot me.
I can't.
Shoot me. You want to finish your mission, don't you? Then you'll have to shoot me. The spirit of the warrior will always be with you. Don't be sad. We'll meet again someday.
Snake, are you all right? That was a close call.
What the hell happened to me?
You were halfway drowned at the bottom of the river. Almost crossed over to the other side.
Other side? So that really was.
Something on your mind, Snake?
Major, was there a man in the Cobra unit called the Sorrow?
Yes, I've heard of him. He was an uncanny soldier who fought alongside the boss.
What kind of man was he?
The Sorrow was a man with, well, special powers. He had ESP, which was the subject of extensive research in the Soviet Union at the time. He was especially gifted as a medium.
A medium?
Someone who can communicate with the spirit world and evoke the spirits of the dead. In other words, he could talk to ghosts. They say he could find out what was going on in a battle by talking to dead soldiers.
What about him and the boss? What was the story between them?
I don't know the details, Why don't we ask Sigurd?
Yo, I finished checking up on this Sorrow guy a while ago. Thought you guys already knew, though.
Knew what?
That he's dead. He's been dead for 2 years now.
Died 2 years ago?
At Selino Yarsk. You know, those cliffs you were at. And the boss is the one who did him in.
The boss?
Yep. 2 years ago, the boss was sent by the CIA on a secret mission to Selino Yarsk. That's when she met the Sorrow, who'd gone back to the Soviet Union after the Cobras broke up at the end of the war. Except this time they were enemies.
And then what?
The boss killed the Sorrow herself and accomplished her mission. At least, that's what the records say.
So, he was never there in the first place. He just couldn't let go of the boss.
You okay, Snake?
Yeah, I'm fine. It looks like it's not time for me to die yet.
I sure hope not. Otherwise, the whole mission is shot. We're counting on you, pal.
Roger that. Eva?
Snake, you didn't call. I was worried. Are you all right?
Yeah, I took a pretty freaky detour.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Forget it. Let's just say I'm back.
Good. But how did you escape from the sewers?
I jumped into the river.
From all the way up there? You're out of control.
Yeah, I got carried away by the current and almost drowned.
Great. That's perfect.
What do you mean that's perfect?
I mean, if you ended up in the river, then I know a good spot nearby. Let's meet up there.
Where is it?
Keep going upstream until you get to a waterfall.
A waterfall, huh?
Right. Behind that waterfall, there's a cave. We'll meet in there.
The cave behind the waterfall upstream. Got it.
See you there.
Who's that?
The waterfall where Eva said she'd meet you is up ahead to the north. Head that direction.
That area is known as Tycho Gorny. It means the tranquil mountain ridge in Russian. Like the name says, it's the most beautiful riverbank in the region of Groznygrad. If you go upstream, you'll come to a waterfall. I'll meet you in the cave behind that waterfall. Make your way up the river.
I'm gonna puke.
Nice to meet you, Snake. I'm Tatiana. Here's your equipment.
Eva, you could use a towel.
So could you.
Want some?
No thanks.
Don't like snakes?
Not for dinner.
Didn't you have to eat them at the KGB?
In my training, we always got the good stuff. French, Italian, that kind of thing.
A regular Mata Hari.
The least you could do is call me Cynthia.
Tell me something. How does it feel to spy on your own country?
I can't say it feels good, but it's my job.
Can't even eat a snake during a mission, huh?
I wouldn't mind eating you. When this mission's over, you'll have to treat me to a nice dinner.
What do you want to eat?
Let's see. How about sushi?
Sushi?
It's Japanese. I hear it's all the rage right now. Supposedly it's made from raw fish.
Raw fish? Just the place for my survival techniques.
Snake? Thank you, Snake. I'll be your eyes from now on.
I'm searching and I'm melting to you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme.
Thank you, Snake.
Don't worry about it.
Are you all right?
It's not like I can't see. I've got one good eye and can still fire a gun.
Really? Good. Snake, come here for a minute. There's something in here. It's so hard.
Oh. When did it get like that?
Hold still. Let me do it.
You know, I've been trained to do this kind of thing myself.
Just relax and let me handle it.
Okay.
I can't believe how small it is.
Yeah, but it gets the job done.
Really? Here, lift up your hips.
Like this?
Yeah. How's that?
Pretty good at that.
Yeah, everybody tells me that. Hold steady, I'm not done yet. There, a transmitter.
Is that how they do it in the KGB?
Sometimes. Would you rather I did it American style?
But how'd you know there was a transmitter lodged there? That's some female intuition you've got. Eva, didn't you steal some explosives out of the fortress?
C3, a highly potent explosive from the west. It can be molded into any shape, like clay. With just this much, you could blow up the Shagohod and the lab along with it.
Is that right?
Yeah, but there's a trick to using it.
Tell me about it.
Well, what do you think? The Shagohod's booster unit uses liquid fuel. The fuel tanks are in the main wing of the weapons lab in the hangar housing the Shagohod itself.
So I should blow up the tanks.
That's the basic idea. It should be enough to blow up the entire hangar. There are 4 fuel tanks. In order to destroy the hangar, you'll have to set explosives on each of those tanks.
All 4 of them?
It should be no sweat for you. Besides, the scientists had the day off today.
So the hangar's completely deserted.
Not quite. They've still got guards posted there.
So what do I do after I set the C3?
The bombs run off a timer. Once the timer has been set, the countdown will begin. When the timer reaches 0, the bombs will all go off at once.
How long do I have?
20 minutes. Once the Phase 2 trials are finished, I wouldn't be surprised if they kill all the scientists to prevent them from talking, so you've got to act fast.
I'll take care of it. Eva, did you get the data on the Shagohod from Sokolov?
Yeah, that's the mission I was given.
By Khrushchev?
Mm-hmm. America doesn't have any use for it, does it? But I haven't forgotten my other mission either. Helping you out. Follow this cave and go up the ladder at the end. You'll come out inside Groznygrad, just southwest of the weapons lab. Do you remember when you went to rescue Sokolov? Remember there was a locked door when you entered the main wing from the 2nd floor of the east wing?
Yeah.
That's the entrance to the Shagohod's hangar. Use this key to open that door.
The door right when I entered the main wing? Got it. What about you?
I'll get things ready for our escape. There's a rail bridge to the north. I'm gonna set a bomb there, so I'm taking half of the C3 with me.
Right. I'll set off the weapons lab then. Try not to be in the neighborhood when it happens.
Gotcha.
And watch out for Ocelot. He suspects you're not who you say you are.
Don't worry. The Colonel still trusts me. And I have my ways. There's not a man alive who can resist my charms. Besides you, of course.
I'm just warning you, Eva. That's all.
I know. Okay, let's go.
You seem like you were born on one of those.
If I didn't ride every day, I couldn't go on living.
Huh?
When I'm riding, the wind hits me so hard that it hurts. That pain keeps my mind off the pain of having to be someone else. It's not easy always fooling myself like this. It's only when I'm on the bike that I'm free to be the real me. I only get off my bike when I fall in love or fall dead.
What's your name?
Tatiana.
No. Your real name.
What's wrong with Tanya?
Okay, Tanya. Don't let anyone see you. Huh?
Oh, this? It's a button camera.
What did you do that for?
Insurance. To make sure you don't double-cross me.
Hey.
What?
You're gonna get wet again.
Snake, I see you've recovered your weapons and equipment.
Now I can finally go on the offensive.
Time to pay Volgin back for what he did to you.
Yeah, and then some.
But first, you've got to destroy the Shagohod. The Shagohod is in the hangar in the main wing of the weapons lab. Go back to Groznygrad, make your way into the hangar, and destroy the Shagohod. You can get back into Groznygrad by going to the end of the cave behind the waterfall. Head back to Groznygrad.
On the double.
Snake, I see you've managed to sneak into the hangar.
Yeah, the Shagohod's in here.
The completed Phase 2 Shagohod represents a grave threat to the West. We can't allow it to be mass-produced. You've got to destroy it.
Eva's got the data on the Shagohod. Do you think that's safe?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say it's safe, but Khrushchev is a shrewd leader. Can't imagine he'd use it for anything other than deterrence. Volgin, however, is a different story. He's planning to use the Shagohod to turn the Cold War into a blazing hot one. We can't let him have it.
Agreed.
That leaves just one more mission for you to carry out.
The boss.
Exactly. For now, just focus on destroying the Shagohod.
Yes, sir.
I'll let Sigint fill you in on how to destroy it.
Yo, like Eva was saying, if you're looking to blow the whole place sky high, the best way is to take out those liquid fuel tanks with the C3. You know there's 4 tanks in there, right? You have to put C3 on all 4 of them. To plan a C3 charge, all you gotta do is equip the C3 and press the weapon button while standing in front of a tank.
Just like TNT.
But make sure you don't plant it in the wrong place. You barely got enough C3 as it is, right?
Good point. I'll make sure not to plant it anywhere else.
Good, man. And be careful. Liquid fuel has a nasty habit of going off at the slightest shock. So don't go using any heavy firepower near the tanks unless you're aiming to get yourself barbecued.
I'll keep that in mind.
The C3 charges all have to go off at once if you want to bring down the hangar in one fell swoop. So if I were you, I'd wait until after you plant the last charge to start the timer mechanism.
All right. I'll make sure I finish planting all 4 charges before I start the timer.
Once the timer's set, you've got 20 minutes until it explodes, right? So make sure you get your ass out of that place by then. I think that's about all I've got. The rest is up to you. Good luck, pal.
We're counting on you, Snake. Snake, you've got to destroy the Shagohod. It's located in the hangar in the main wing of the weapons lab.
You want to save? Snake, have you seen Earth versus the Spider?
Nope.
It's about this spider that suddenly mutates into a giant monster. They bring it into the city in a state of hibernation, but it wakes up and starts wrecking the place.
So why did the spider turn huge?
I told you, it suddenly mutated.
Yeah, right.
Snake, it's people like you that take all the fun out of watching movies. Always nitpicking and taking things too seriously. Honestly, why even bother? Look, the important thing isn't that it got big.
Then what is important?
The fact that there's a huge spider destroying the city. Suspend your disbelief. That's the whole point of movies.